All right, let's jump right into a topic that's going to raise some eyebrows. We're talking about two things that are incredibly common: acid reflux and, well, hair loss. Now, you'd think they have absolutely nothing to do with each other, right? But what if the medication for one was secretly affecting the other?
So let's just put the main question right out there. Could that little pill you take for your heartburn actually be connected to what's happening with your hair? It sounds kind of wild, I know, but we're about to unpack the science behind this whole thing.
Think of this as us going a little deeper, looking into a side effect that might just be hiding in plain sight for a whole lot of people.
So you've got these two very, very different problems. Over here, acid reflux, a digestive issue that millions of us deal with. And over there, you've got hair loss, which, let's be honest, can be really distressing for anyone who goes through it. They seem like they're in completely separate universes.
Okay, so to really understand how these two things could possibly be connected, we have to start with what these acid reflux medications are actually designed to do in the first place.
The specific kind of drug we're talking about here is called a proton pump inhibitor, or a PPI for short. You've definitely heard of brands like Nexium, right? Their whole job is basically to block the little pumps in your stomach that churn out acid.
And on paper, the process is super simple. You take the pill, it tells your stomach to chill out on the acid production, and voila, your awful reflux symptoms start to fade away. It seems like a perfect, straightforward solution. But that's not the whole story.
And this is where things get really interesting, because the very action that gives you relief from heartburn might be kicking off a totally different problem you didn't see coming.
So the pill is doing its job perfectly. There's no question about that. It's blocking acid. But that one simple action has this huge unintended consequence for how your body actually uses the food you eat.
And here it is, the heart of the matter. Your body needs stomach acid to properly absorb some really key nutrients, and iron is a huge one. So when you take a PPI and you turn down that acid level, you are also, without realizing it, dramatically blocking your body's ability to pull iron out of your food.
Now, this isn't some crazy new theory. The source material is really clear on this. This connection is a documented, known side effect. It's listed right there on the product's own information sheet. The cause is a lack of iron absorption, and one of the potential results, hair loss.
But this actually goes way beyond just one type of pill. This whole thing really opens up a much bigger, more important conversation about the foundation of our health.
And that brings us to a really crucial point. It all comes back to your gut. The whole PPI story is a perfect example of how messing with your gut's natural balance, even for a very good reason, can create these ripple effects all through your body.
And, the source points out that other common gut issues, things like constipation, diarrhea, or even the acid reflux that started this whole thing, they're all basically warning signs. They're clues that your gut might be struggling, and if it's struggling, chances are you're not absorbing nutrients the way you should be.
So, after going through all of that, what are the big things you really need to remember? Let's boil it all down to the key takeaways from this whole explainer.
Okay, so first, those popular acid reflux pills, PPIs, they work by blocking stomach acid. Got it. Second, that action directly gets in the way of your body absorbing iron. Third, the potential for hair loss because of this is a known, documented side effect. And finally, the big picture. This all just goes to show how incredibly vital your overall gut health is for getting all the good stuff your body needs from food.
Now, I have to be super clear about this because it's probably the most important point of all. This is for your information, not for you to go out and make changes on your own. The source material is adamant. You should always work with your doctor under medical supervision before changing anything about your medication. This is all about helping you have a smarter conversation with them.
So we'll end with this thought. Once you understand how one little pill can have this kind of effect on your body's nutrient balance, it kind of opens up a bigger question, doesn't it? It makes you think, what else in my daily life could be playing a role in my overall health? It's definitely some food for thought.